Food systems as a concept was already framed within the African Union in what we call the Malabo Declaration, which was on food and nutrition security based on multi-sectorality and opening to issues of land, issues of climate, issues of health, issues of empowerment of small-scale farmers. Well, it was a multi-sectoral framework which somehow anticipated the food systems approach highlighted by United Nations Food Systems Summit afterwards. And before Malabo, we had CADEP. CADEP was designed in 2003, Malabo 2014, and CADEP was mainly focused on food security, which meant production of food, productivity, and redynamization of planning into the agricultural sector. So we can say that CADEP was focused on food security and monosectoral, looking at agricultural transformation, looking at agriculture as a sector, and Malabo Declaration on food and nutrition security was beyond food security because it opened to multi-sectorality. The main obstacle to food security is poverty. If you do not tackle structural poverty, it is extremely difficult to allow access to food. So access to food is a question of poverty. So whatever public policies are implemented within the food security space, if contextually structural poverty is not tackled, we hardly move forward. What is the government concretely doing in terms of measures, and how much does the government fund this sector? We have seen in the last 15 years an increase in terms of production and in terms of productivity, but in terms of public expenditure, there has been a decline. And if we want to move to a food systems approach, including all these variables, we will absolutely need to increase public expenditure. Governments who are doing well in terms of food security indicators, do well in education indicators, and do well in health indicators, do well in climate change adaptation measures. So the classical mechanism which was producing public policies, governments interacting with multilateral actors, MDBs, etc., this classical mechanism is being shaken by the positive intrusion of civil society and private sector in order to reform the way governments are acting. And the good news about that is that it is somehow also quite indicative of the quality of the governance in a country. The more civil society and private sector are allowed to be part of a public policy design process, the more democratic and the more quality governance you have. The coalition can be a learning space for actors to work together, but not just working together on the basis of speeches, but working together on the basis of very concrete activities. What is important is to demonstrate that working together makes sense and produces results. Well, I think what makes it unique is in a global context of weakened multilateralism, you still see a strong wish to revive values of multilateralism and revive values of concrete impact on the ground. So I think this is important, and it's a message of concrete hope. It's not a message of wishful thinking. It's a message of concrete hope.